These are the best highlights from today's 2024 LCK Summer Split matchup.
Still there.
Yeah, so that was both well played by Frog and I think a little optimistic from Brion because GenG is a pretty sick Shyvana.
Yeah.
You're not a champion. Yeah, you don't do a whole lot. So there's a big power spike. We'll see if they're going to contest, but I think the heal's been invested. They used the ultimate of Samver. That's a lot of power, not there right now. Still have the culling though.
Yep, they have level 6 on GenG as well. His Dragon Descent will be available. But
yeah, I think you let it go.
Not looking like they're going to be able to get towards this dragon. So no free resists for the Shyvana.
Make one mistake, you just die.
Yeah.
There's a lot of damage here on either side. So I do think that this is the type of game that can shift very quickly in momentum. As a good read here by Teddy. I don't know. I don't see any wards that Polu definitely walked over, but they're clearly not contesting the grubs. So imagine that was enough. That's 6 grubs going over to DRX.
Well,
and
it's a lot of danger. So second dragon going to be looked after here by DRX, and I don't think there's going to be any answer. You can see GenG is just going to take his Raptors, probably just pretty happy that no one is stealing those away from him as well.
Don't have any grubs. Very sad.
Yeah, you can see it's not really getting aided by any sort of dot damage or anything like that, as there is the Rift Herald. In fact, this pit has belonged to DRX. In fact, all of the neutral objectives have belonged just yet. They'll wait for their time to fight back. And that time is not now. It's just not yet. As top outer turret is going to be taken. It will be traded immediately, but first turret blood going over to DRX is certainly good news for them. Should be another charge as well to come through as Morgan looking to pick up the at least last hit.
Slowly starting to get into latest first blood territory is might have cursed it.
Cursed it or blessed it, Chronicler? Which way is... Oh my goodness, that is a big old dragon! And yep, yeah, who's going to be taken down? That is Fate picking up first blood. GenG getting a well-needed assist. I think this next dragon is going to be so incredibly important. Never mind. DRX is going to start it up, and Bro are not there. And they're still not there.
They're biding their time, Atlas.
They are still biding their time, Chronicler. You're exactly right. That is going to be soul point just given away for free.
Some of them were flashed, so I feel like that that's like a half. That gets you a point.
Yeah.
Not full marks, but it's good enough.
Oh, if you get a flash, it counts.
Yeah. But I think he got the in the bot game bot lane engagement. He got the flash out of GenG. They're gonna go in.
You've really got to start hitting some things. As I do like the Astalos skin. It's actually kind of dope. As okay, Arrow this time is going to connect onto Fate. There's the flash pulverize, and Fate's just going to be taken out. Morgan trying to do his best as the quickness gets into the backline, but it's not going to be enough. The shock blasts rain down, and Samba, there's nothing you can do here. It is just Pleta having a field day, and now the resets come in. That should be an ace, and there it is. The first 5 kills for DRX, and they may be the only 5 that are required this game.
And it's clean! Atlas doesn't have his Narbar. Everything that could have gone wrong in that fight went wrong.
Yeah.
For Brion. Like, that was rough.
And they got hit by a bunch of poke to start it off as well. I mean, I think that this is exactly the scenario that DRX were looking for, as I don't know how this happened. The Baron was just taken. Polu's just going to die to Frog.
I was talking about picture-in-picture. Frog gives his life for the good of the colony.
And Yahoo can now move towards his top side. They've got 6 scrubs on top of everything else, so this gold lead is going to absolutely erupt. Revived in the direction of DRX very aggressively towards the end. That arrow is going to hit, as did all the spears. And Dragon's Descent has to be used very defensively here from GenG.
You can't be CC'd.
Yeah.
So you can use it as a tool so that you don't get CC'd by like solar flares or ash arrows, and then you just take them, and then you're a dragon and you can breathe fire and do stuff.
So you just sort of dive through the CC.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You just dive in a general direction that is the enemy, and then you can still do stuff instead of this.
I can't see a whole lot of stuff being done, a bit like the Spacing Guild, and I'm just waiting on a spaceship.
Oh my god!
All right, Pleta goes in, does find a headbutt onto Morgan, but it's the turret that they really want. Yahoo is looking to push Polo out of here, who's not finding a flank at all. And Bro just still haven't quite
I love the optimism.
They just got to throw something. Find some sort of Hail Mary. As, all right, in comes Polu. He's going to find the angle. GenG has thrown fire somewhere, and there's the flash forward. He connects the quickness towards Frog, and then groups up with his team so that they can all stand on their Nexus turrets while they explode. As all of this poke rains down, and there's absolutely nothing that the bros can do about it. Look at these turrets melt. Yahoo decides he'll spend an auto attack on the Rakan. He's going to go down as well. Fate also just relegated to his fountain. Sponge goes golden, and that is going to be that. DRX take game number 1.
But how it all comes together, obviously we're going to be very skeptical of, especially because the Shyvana has just not looked good. And I've been told it was Croco that started it all. He just had one really good Shyvana game, and then everyone was like,
haha. True, yeah.
And then we'll be third. Third might be, what do you call it? Freljord. Freljord seems cool as well.
I feel like Freljord seems a little bit boring in my mind. Although I do okay, that is a lot. That's just a solo kill. Okay, Morgan is just going to kill Frog.
Doesn't have the time to do all that before he times out.
Wait.
So big
Shyvana can get dragons?
This is what, like, the second dragon we've seen as Shyvana get?
In the last 2 days? Yeah, something like that. GenG, though, is going to pick up some grubs.
That's an objective.
That is, I think, the first neutral objective that Bro have collected so far this series. So there we go. That's some brositivity for you. Sponge, though, is also able to grab the first dragon for DRX.
They have dragoning?
There we go.
Sponge?
Well, that is what Sponge is going to do. He's going to utilize it, gets the burnout out. That's going to help him take this down pretty quickly. GenG going to move in as Nature's Grasp is looking for an angle. There is no Corki in sight, though, and there is the quickness from Pleta to come on through here as Morgan. Decent number. There's the ulti out from Teddy, and everyone just bails on the situation. Frog tries to get thrown into the wall, but he is able to mitigate it very nicely. Available, but this is just a Drake being taken here by DRX. And it's looking like Bro are going to do that give Dragon hope for the best strategy. We do know that that isn't necessarily the greatest of strategies based on what we saw in the last game. Will they try and find an angle? Will they try and find a fight is the question. Dragon's Descent comes out. That is going to be the answering ultimate here from GenG as they look for the dragon. Pretty squishy is Sponge as the Hyperprocs do come in. Polu not going to quite find the engage that they're looking for, though, as Pleta's thrown around like a ragdoll. The Killer Instinct into the backline, but Pleta survives! And Samba not going to be so lucky. Sponge is going to breathe on him, takes down the Kai'Sa, and that was a bit of a whoopsie there from the bros.
That's the extra resistances, Atlas!
Oh,
that's the two dragons right there!
That's what I was thinking that whole time, was if only they had denied those couple of extra resistances.
Would have been fine nonetheless. And things are looking rough here, Atlas, because we're on the same timeline. And Brion isn't even in a bad spot. They're like 1k gold up.
Yeah. Is that Shyvana doesn't look that terrible at this point in time. Sponge getting the job done as he can Dragon Descent over this wall. He is going to come on in. Polu crashing down. Extendo Beam going to connect there as well. And Polu, he's very dead. See what DRX can get off the back end of this one as 1 minute until this Dragon...
This is doable. You can do it, Brion.
And all of the money is on Morgan, and this time he's teleporting in, his Nabar is in perfect position. Nothing could be better than this. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the way the bros get back into the fight. The flanking Zeri is perhaps not the deadliest. It's a little bit of that's a worrisome one, as Morgan is chasing Frog out of here. That is going to be most of his health bar just gone. That will get Meganar from Morgan. As Fate moving back into the mid lane. We'll got to clear that one out.
Proc and TP actually on the ward there in the banana brush.
Yeah. This dragon is actually pretty dangerous as well. Does a fair bit of damage as now that teleport is coming in. Nature's Grasp is going to connect as Pleta looking for an angle, but Polu gonna have to try and crash his way out of this one. Rockets are going to miss as Teddy and Frog trying to fight this one out again. Samba just dives in, and this time it's Frog that just barely survives. Another dragon is going to go over to TRX. And bro, they just can't quite find the team fights today.
He really worked hard on that one and just end up mattering too much.
Samba actually approaching the wave here. Not sure about that one, but able to supercharge out of the grand entrance. Won't keep his turret alive, though.
It feels very weird that that is...
This game is not necessarily doing things that we are led to expect. In games like this, often, okay, well, there is going to be an engage onto GenG. Throws down the ulti. He's able to phase rush his way out of there. And that is going to be some buttons pressed and not too much else found. Speaking of which, button pressed, not very much found. As Morgan into Mininar once again, his favorite form.
The dragon, mostly.
Well, here we go. It has spawned. There is another dragon about to descend from the top of your screen right there, as you can see, setting up for a bit of an angle here as Frog does have teleport once again, and there is the descent. Fair bit of damage there as the boom boom from the Shyvana is coming out, but bro are damaging the dragon, and they will secure it! Oh, they've denied the soul as now that is a long trip for GenG to take, and he is going to be able to get out of there. That is finally a killer instinct being named somewhat correctly from Samba. And bro just want to fight Chronicler. They did it.
At the very least, looks like DRX is trying to get this turret, but they don't actually want to commit. So side lanes aren't real. Bot lane turret's still up.
Well, Morgan could be in trouble here. Does hit the Mega Gnar though. It's Teddy. He's thrown down the ultimate, but Samba's position is phenomenal. Teddy skates away. Samba tries to flash after him, and it's a double kill with an extendo beam from Teddy to just straight up end the fight.
And that looks amazing. Yeah, they got Sponge. But that's not a trade that Brion is going to be very happy about, Atlas.
Absolutely not. However, they haven't lost the Baron yet. They have lost their outer turret on the top side of the map. That is, I wouldn't have asked you if I already knew.
Okay, well then,
kind of
yes.
like the arcane quest.
Yes. No, it's
okay, yes?
It's a good carry champion, yeah. Has been known to carry.
Absolutely
some team
fantastic.
fights. It's stellar, really.
Nature is now grasping. Frog is going to find Polo here as well, who can't really do anything, but the Shyvana just explodes. It's a big Gnar onto Teddy. The wallop is good as well. But yeah, who is still an 80 carry? He's still in the fight, and he's still getting the work done, and Morgan is just going to vacate. The dragon was secured, though, by the bros. Just throwing aliens around. Polo, I feel, is always looking for an engage angle, but now he's possibly going to get engaged on. Grand entrance does come in. The bros just stand strong, and they're going to look for some poke angles. Sponge throws an E the wrong direction. Morgan is so terrifying. He even mind controls Sponge. Polu is going to burn him down, and now Frog is doing battle with GenG, but they've lost their jungler. Now Frog's on the wrong side of the rift. The bros have bamboozled them. They've broken them, and Polu finds the engage. Teddy is going to have to look for it. It's a lot of damage with these rockets. Fate has really got to find some of these. Samba doesn't have the ulti anymore, and Frog is dashing away. These extendo beams, terrifying. And DRX, they are scathed.
Meant that there was a lot of space for Teddy and Plata. Teda has a perfect KDA in this game, which is still kind of mind-boggling with 100% KDA as well. And this just means that we're going to get another fight as Teddy.
Oh yeah, he is already ulting in.
Heal.
As Yahoo's going to get tagged by the Void Seeker.
Nothing, Atlas.
And Morgan, look at that Naba. It is beautifully positioned. The Magnet Storm is exactly the same as Sponge. Just has to get out of there. Frog, he knows that there's going to be no way out. He has to go all in instead. And he is going to be destroyed. So the only real tank is going to be obliterated, and so is the dragon. The woes of Shyvana will continue, I guess. As we are here in game number 2, there is no more smite. And the bros are looking for a Baron. Teddy's trying to be annoying. The rockets are flying in. The knock-up onto Polo. He does take a fair bit of damage.
I don't know. This is risky.
It is.
Definitely get the Nash, and yeah, the health bars are getting too low. They might get a Fur Dragon as well. Atlas Hextech.
Oh my god. The triple stack of the Electro Dragon. Sometimes, you know, you got to take it out of the box, and then you immediately put it on the charger. You know?
Atlas. We should have known as well. Every single time this is a free gamer.
Yeah.
And Brion, the game one plan. It hasn't been the best game for Samba, but it doesn't matter.
I'm pretty sure Bro are known risk takers. I don't know what you're talking about. They often just, they push the envelope. They are envelope pushers. isn't necessarily massive, but Morgan with the demolish is really making it do what it
They'll
says
get
on the
2
tin.
inners, probably a third.
Yeah.
Not a bad. It's not an amazing Red Bull Baron power, but it's good enough. It gets the job done.
But the Quadra Stack Hextech Soul.
Yeah, no, that's
what we're really looking for here. And then whenever Samba hits these Ws, it's going to be even worse. As Nature's Grasp going to come in. Sees
Pleta
there by
on the
Frog.
flank.
As Samba is able to flash out of the way of Pleta here. Finds himself at least a Void Seeker. Disengage cone comes down as the Bros trying desperately to get out. It looks like YoungJay not going to be so lucky. And there's also the Corki going down. It's a double kill for the Zeri as the Bros are scattering. House is going to connect. That might buy them a little bit of space. But Morgan, oh, he's going to have to be an absolute hero. Another Void Seeker to come in, but it doesn't really do much. And it's Polu, the hero, for his lord. He will sacrifice himself for his knight.
Bro, no, Atlas! They're gonna TP and try to end in mid!
Wait, is this game over, Chronicler?
It might be!
It can't be Brova!
Not like this!
Not like this!
Not
There's
like
still
this.
a minute and a half on the Hextech Soul that I was promised by the team as Morgan. He is going to at least do what he can here as Samba. He goes golden, that's well played. He does have the killer instinct as well, a fair bit of AoE, but that is a complete whiff on the Gnar from Morgan. Hysterics goes off, but I think he's still, no, not dead yet. Finally, he does go down. Teddy's able to lock that one up as Fate not going to be able to protect the Nexus, and it's a 2-0 for DRX.
These are the best highlights from today's 2024 LCK Summer Split matchup.
You can see there is a concave of minions just dying to this turret as Chovy is continuing to be annoying here. And okay, almost goes into turret range. That could have been dicey, but now Close is going to be sent home.
Gold leaks. Nothing has happened, and they're up 800 gold.
Yeah, that's just sort of how it is. As Chovy did lose out on a trade there momentarily. So Close was able to at least get a little bit back, especially now that he has a few buttons under his belt. And Piercing Light having about 3 points in it will also help him. But that is going to be a Drake secured here by Canyon. He's been a bit quiet so far this game. Looks like Grubs are going to be the trade on Raptor's mind. He should be able to collect those. It looks like it's not going to be with any sort of contest, as we can see right now. But denying Drake's certainly a good move. Is now Chovy in trouble. Culling's going to come in. There is a solo kill for Closer.
Yeah, didn't see that one coming.
No,
I
didn't. That was not bingo card. Not ready.
I guess we put a little bit too much praise onto Chovy, and he decided to prove us wrong. So power to him for that one. And Closer keeping his composure. And obviously the level 6 spike of Lucian is very deadly. Kind of getting ahead of yourself and being like, okay, we've already done his Chovy.
Yeah, Cullen going to come through. This time the stand aside is going to land, but there's the flash forward from Closer. Not going to go too far, but Chovy is still once again just pushed out of the lane.
Closer doing such a good job here on the Lucian.
Well,
bot lane might be in trouble.
Nature's Grasp coming in here as Duro going to try and block it. Doesn't manage to do so as Duro is just going to get cut down where he stands. Killer Instinct is actually just Survival Instinct. And it's a double kill for Pays as Canyon will die. Thought that maybe he got out of the turret aggro by using the Twisted Advance. Unfortunately, wasn't the case. Fortunate situation in the mid lane. It does not matter because the rest of the map is dominating in just general GenG fashion. As now Canyon looking for another opportunity here. They'll try to lock down Raptor. He's flashing away, but Pays just comes in, says special delivery. That's going to be the kill. Wild Growth to save Canyon, and it's 4. And so now we're 18 away. Chronicle, I think we might be getting there. I don't know.
You could have given the kill to the Draven with 200 stacks. I feel like that.
Oh no, he needs more stacks than that.
He was there.
It's about the next team fight, maximizing the execute damage. I think that that's much more important, Chronicler. I think I'll have you know.
You do a great job of getting all the creeps on the map, but they're also doing a great job of ensuring that they crash every wave, deny you minions, and now Pays is 2.6k gold ahead.
He is many Ks of gold ahead, and still gigantic amounts of CS as well. Like basically every metric he is just doing a really good time, and Pays might get an inner turret because there are 4 people in the top lane.
No, that shouldn't be a thing though. That's not.
I mean, it might be a thing though.
No, he's definitely getting it, but I feel like that shouldn't happen.
Yeah. Okay, in a turret, 12.5 minutes.
Now he's 3k gold ahead.
Well, he doesn't get plates because an inner turret doesn't have them, so checkmate.
Anna's played with our Doran, who, you know, like you can criticize, but Doran has been our one of our Worlds representatives many a time for good reason.
Just give me 1 second, he might be getting another kill. Yeah, the Wild Growth comes in, he's throwing out some burst fires, wanted to get Lehen's harpooned a little bit, and Henna's just going to run away.
A lot of which are world champions.
True. Yeah, there's look, it's a decent group of players to come in, but okay, let's have a look at this team fight momentarily as Duro's going to throw down the Unbreakable Will. That is going to be at least the Rift Herald secured, and now Teleport's coming in. Could be a big angle for an equalizer, and there it is. Canyon has to flash away. Pace gets exhausted, still does so much damage as Keen is just launching these auto attacks towards B&K, and Clear's gonna have to flash out the back of the pit, but I don't know whether they're out of the woods just yet. That's a great flame spitter, but unfortunately that's gonna be a cash in for Chovy. About 900 gold going over to the Draven, as now Henna with the Acathian Rain trying to fly that one through, but he's just dead. Stand aside, young man. Chovy's gonna cut him down. Number here for
I love being Cave, and they're like, we can brawl, we can win this one, boys.
Well, they might be brawling. That's going to be a decent equalizer this time around as well, but Pace is free hitting. That's another Nature's Grasp to keep them in position. The Whirling Death not quite doing as much damage this time around, but now we're looking for an angle. Closer not really finding the culling, and they just decide to turn and destroy the Shyvana. She just goes down. Clear is also dead. Keen wasn't even there. And now Pace is just fighting. There's a turret that's possibly going to help, but doesn't really. We're going to talk about, you know, the other players that have made 1,000 kills in this amount of time frame.
So as we already saw coming into the game of League of Legends, so you also play
more like the tournament era.
So you play against weaker opponents as well, right? So those stats are hard to directly compare. The question is to what extent and how fast. And then Pace will be about 20 games ahead. I think it's a little bit less. And he's hunting Atlas.
Yeah, he's just sort of dancing in there. All right. You can see that Raptor is just going to try and pretend that his base doesn't exist. Understandably, too, as Keen. That sidestep is kind of sexy. And it's not really going to mean too much. He's building towards his wit's end now. Headbutt Pulverize here from Duro. And he realizes that perhaps fighting this is not the way, as now Henna also realizing that doing battle with this guy is not really the plan.
Doesn't it?
As Clear's coming in, Chovy's down there as well. Equalizer is decently placed, but Twisted Advance will make sure that Chovy cashes in yet again. Culling to fly on over. Canyon will absorb all of it. There's another one as the Whirling Death flies on over, and Duro is executed. GenG now just grouping up as 4. Keen has decided that he just wants to be in the bottom lane. That's where he wants to exist as the flash forward from Pace onto Henna after getting the slow really nicely done. But they're now between two turrets. It's a little bit awkward. Walks onto the flame patch as Pace has the barrier. That's going to keep him alive as he goes over the wall. And
he might be dead.
He might. He doesn't have flash. There are no minions because the inner turret isn't dead yet. I think he should have skate. Once again, there's the Killer Instinct. That's 1,000 gold to Henna. Make it more as Canyon goes down as well. And the young man maybe bit off more than he could chew.
Okay, you know how...
And not one that can just go in and AoE them all down.
Chovy has his ult.
Yeah, let's see whether he can actually land it here, though, as that's just going to be that. The Baron goes down, and B&K, they get even more. As okay, we're stopping some of the backs here as Keen will be able to at least force them to move.
Yeah, he's not going to let them back.
Massively fed, so it doesn't even really matter. They still have a Baron, though, to B&K, and they're looking to grab some more bounties as Canyon will try and stop them. There's just the tree, as now Chovy will follow on in. Canyon Twisted advancing forward, Killer Instinct to make sure that Henna stays alive, and he does manage to take down the tree, but look at these health bars. They are melting! And so's Keynes. He's going to have to get out of there. Whirling Death is going to secure the kill onto the Shyvana as Duro slowed down. Hayes will get the flash out as he's now skating after him. Duro knows that he's dead. It's a double for Chovy. And GenG, I think, may have dealt with the Baron push relatively well, but still, the gold has moved to what? Okay, maybe Closer dying here is going to be a problem. The burst fire is not necessarily connecting, though, as, okay, just walk. Just walk. And it'll be fine.
Really nice. I imagine Pace didn't have a Z as
Raptor is perhaps in trouble.
Some might say. Yeah.
Haha, and here, as the Dragon just dives in, okay. We'll get polymorphed immediately, and that's Chovy getting another one. That is 9 kills on the day so far. And Paze, I think, is probably going to be a little bit upset because now he's not star of the show, I guess, based on the kill numbers. And now GenG going to move towards his top side. Keen just saying, well, I haven't died all game, so he's still feeling pretty good about the state of things. And now the first inhibitor turret will be going down. Second, I tell a lie. Bottom lane inhibitor turret just hasn't existed for quite some time. As another Nature's Grasp coming in, the utilization of that ability from Canyon so far has been brilliant, as Keen is possibly going to die for the first time, but no. He's just going to be able to move back with the rest of the team, and this inhibitor will be taken out. So 2 inhibs do go on over. And Baron going to be spawning in 45 seconds, and then the Elder at 2.5 minutes. Made that move. It's you. I've seen it happen in our games. It does. You're often carrying though.
Well,
in those moments, I do have to say. As Canyon, he's not, but he's going to get a massive knock-up with the help of Lehans. The Nature's Grasp comes out and he does fall, but it's in trade for the enemy AD carry. And now Lehans, what? Okay. And now Paze is dashing on over. Closes flashing out. Remember, there are not very many defensive structures left here for B&K, and those axes do too much damage. Chovy for a Draven that got solo killed in lane. Clear is thinking about doing the Marin thing, you know, where he's holding the wave and stuff like that, but there are lots of waves that need holding. And B&K, it's going to be a struggle to not lose the game right here. 10-1-10 for Paze at the end of this one. And 22 assists for Lehans in a 22-kill game. I think he'll take that as Paze is tanking up the turret. We'll see whether they can get any parting kills here as Chovy on the fountain. Clear going to go down. That's another kill for Paze. And another assist for Lehans, which is the main thing, as Chovy is feeling a lot tankier than he has any right to be with this Mountain Soul, as Keen just presses Slicing Maelstrom because he can. The Nexus is exposed. They can kill it whenever they want, and they decide that it is right now. Although Closer has been decent on this pick, I do feel like you're not able to really put the screws in that mid lane early on. And so Chovy should be able to have that shove. The Imperial Mandate abuse.
Yeah, back one, yeah, and then you could like sell stuff and just hit that. It was disgusting. And now they're more of a mid-range pick. That said, Paze is sitting on a BF sword right now, and he's obviously still a big threat, and B&K needs to respect him.
Yeah, that is a decent first back purchase, you could say. But it's also decent that B&K were able to collect themselves some grubs just to get out of the way of the seismic shove. Chovy not going to get stunned up or anything like that, as the Drake is going to be the trade. Well, like if you're able to get it to 10 and you're already winning, you probably... Okay, Closer is in a little bit of trouble here, as Chovy is going to get shoved back through some rocks. Talking about now GenG looking to try and grab themselves some grubs. First one already going over to Raptor here. Does mean that they do have the stack of 4, but Canyon is able to get the 5th, so they will be able to deny. Duro coming on in here.
Yeah, so the problem here is that Paze roamed.
Oh, that's a flash twisted advance. The quickness comes out from Duro. He will be able to escape, but that was a bit of a jump scare. Any of his friends around though, so he's just going to back away. Looks like it's going to be this Dragon going on over to B&K. That is the secure from Raptor, who's continuing to play forward. I really like how this Zen is being executed. An Earth, Wind, and Fire, baby.
We'll get back to Peanut is Kazakhs, which is inexplicably insanely good and one of the highest win rate champions where he has actually played a lot of games. And
yeah.
I love watching it because I don't understand it on a fundamental level.
It's one of those things that it does feel like a learning experience, doesn't it? As Lehans is going to come down looking for the bubble here onto Clear, not going to find it as there's an explosion. Paze taking a lot of damage here, but does just relentlessly escape. That is going to be Rift Herald taken by a Raptor though, continuing this aggression. And Chovy is on an inner turret, because of course he is. Spots the fact that this Rift Herald is immediately going down. 3 members moving into the top lane as he flashes to get out of the way of the grand entrance. And there is the Realm Warp. That's going to get him out of there. Still he loses the turret, but he doesn't lose his life. And they're going to trade the outer turret in mid lane for this as well. As Clear, oh, he's going to cancel his own back. Chovy was waiting for that one, and he's being very patient, as we can see. Waiting for a teleport angle, waiting for a way to get in here, as Clear is able to get himself out of the way. Scrap shield in hand.
My favorite part about Keen, if that was Lehans, he would be like, I'm the best. All of you, look at me.
Or he's just shrieking the whole time. As, all right, Paze could be in trouble. He does get over the wall as the grand entrance is good. Paze is going to get taken down. That is first blood, and that's to the Zeri. This is great news for B&K. Clear on a great flank angle though. Banana Brush control comes in. All right, can this equalizer be the game changer? There it is, it goes down. He's trying to get rid of them as the tidal wave is decent. And Keen is just singled out and destroyed. It's a second one for Henna. As now Canyon wanting to be able to steal this Drake away, he's not able to get there. The 1-2 punch was decent. He even tries to go for the flash over the wall, but he's still gonna die. And that is 3 kills to nothing in favor of B&K. Just trying to clear out vision where he can. And I think that GenG might think twice before going for any more 3 versus 5s.
Probably shouldn't.
Yeah, I think that's
but
sounds like a good move.
I'm happy to see this. I think this is a B&K.
All right, there's another tidal wave to come on through there, but Raptor not going to get hit by the bubble. Duro's still just taking so much damage here as the Crescent Guard comes in, and there's the flash forward from Chovy. Doesn't find the big one as Duro does escape. But now Clear is on a flank angle as the Realm Warp is going to get Keen in here. Seismic Shove not going to find the mark, but Canyon will follow closer. That's a long journey, and GenG looking a little bit worse for wear.
Flash, but as you point out, Atlas, so much other cooldowns used there, and there's also the fallout, right? Chovy going to be able to pick up a turret here. We'll see how much more CS they're able to deny, but the gold that even, still big win, even at peak strength, and he's about to hit that. He's going to be even stronger.
Oh, Lehan's possibly caught out. There's a good tidal wave, but the Crescent Guard does come in. That is fish food now as Canyon will be able to push back Raptor, and they immediately get their revenge. The culling comes down as well as there is flux on them. And GenG looking for some more angles. Kane just really wants to get in range of that Rune Prison. Does get his Seraph Shield, but he'll be taken out. It's another one for Henna. 5-0-0 for this Zeri. And Twisted advance now for Canyon to try and get him out of there. He does punch closer, but he's still gonna die. That is 6 kills now for the Zeri for B&K.
Literally every single kill is going to Henna.
Trained towards the top side of the map as well. They have a lot of vision around the Baron, as we can see there. Still flanked by a couple of control wards that GenG have put down, but that is 2 Drakes apiece. As GenG will share the Infernal.
Also like Duro going for the redemption.
Keen possibly needing to be a little bit apprehensive as he's moved down towards the bottom side as Paze just throws the culling at them. That is a lot of softening here onto B&K, but now they look to try and turn it onto Paze. Crescent Guard comes in, Lehens is flashing away. Seismic Shove will miss, but Clear finds the flank angle. The bottom lane has been destroyed, and now it could be the Baron angle here for B&K. Keen, I mean, what's he supposed to do about it? He doesn't even have teleport.
And it's the bottom lane going in way too aggressive. Paze thinks he's safe. That TP from Clear again, absolutely pivotal. And that's just going to be Nash. That's just the reality. There's nothing that GenG can do. They get an inner, but that's not the trade that you want to take. That alone.
Absolutely.
An incredible feat. And right now, they're not looking too bad. Just need to, again, make sure Henna doesn't get taken down in these fights.
Well, bro fans sweating right now. As GenG on the ropes. Going to be a Nature's Grasp. Flash immediately comes out here from Canyon. Tidal Wave as well. That is a couple of very big ultimates, especially the disengage variety. Just now on cooldown.
Even the mid-tier LCK teams.
Absolutely.
You know, I feel like that's a lesson that a lot of our top-tier teams often forget.
This is so much AoE damage to come out from Kane, but he's also just going to get pummeled. The tower gets taken down, and he just couldn't be there.
So that's a really good example of not respecting a mid-tier opponent when they have a lead or advantage, and snap engages from Duro and Raptor.
Yeah.
And that's how they're going to have to win it this time around as well. Everyone on GenG is there. The lead is big, but not insurmountable. And GenG...
Oh, I like this from B&K. Instead, just try and shove into this inner turret. Drake is going to get started up. Kane is still over here. Does have Realm Warp available, so he's kind of countered this little split opportunity. Raptor taking so much damage. My God. So the fact that Chovy's there is a dangerous part, but Kane is now going to get wiped out. Let's see whether Raptor can actually get himself in there as Henna goes down so incredibly low. The Drake still being fought over here as it is going to be secured by B&K, but can they win the fight? Duro tries to get in the back line, but Paze just double taps him. Still it's a double kill for Closer as Keen's teleported into the fight. Closer flashes away though, keeps himself alive, and it's only Duro that's been taken down. So much damage to come out of Clear. A phenomenal Zhonya's. But another one from Keen as well is going to be the response to Q. It misses Henna. and that is going to keep him alive in this battle, but it's a double kill for FaZe. Absolutely no way. They do manage to utilize a trinket to try and get some vision in there. Realm Warp is going to be available here for Keen if they do want to get over. Closer takes a fair bit of damage, but the wall can't really be broken down. Now the Nature's Grasp comes in. Canyon not going to be in the pit to try and secure this Baron, but there's the double kill for FaZe. They've got the Baron, but can they keep themselves alive? It's a triple kill for FaZe. Don't tell me he's going to get a penta in this game of all things. Oh! It's Lahens that steals it. And GenG will now march up the mid lane. Oh, don't tell me the game's over. Oh, don't tell me it's over.
Are you kidding me, Atlas?
Oh, B&K doesn't deserve this.
Look at that smug face from
Oh, they did so well.
Stole the penta. He
And
gets the
even
win.
the GenG fans, just a bit of a golf clap here in this moment, because that's a clean ace.
3 kills off on pace. 3 kills, Atlas.
It's all right. We can celebrate the 1,000 in the next match. That was so well played.
These were some of the best highlights from today's 2024 LCK Summer Split matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.